Hey there everyone, Drew Goldfarb from DGPicks.com. We're talking Major League Baseball on this Monday, May the 13th, and we have got a half dozen games that there may be some plus EV. So let's get started. We're starting with the game where I'm probably most likely to go against what is apparently a plus EV play, which is Philadelphia against the New York Mets. New York, a very slight moneyline underdog at minus 102, Philadelphia minus 116, despite the fact these teams are separated by nearly 10 games in the overall standings in the NL East. Now, the plus EV play, according to ESPN Analytics and their computer simulations, is going to be the Mets at nearly 52% likelihood of winning this game. That's despite the fact that the Phillies have the better record in their last 10 games than the Mets, that the Phillies are a better road team than the Mets are at home this season, that the Phillies are a much better team in the overall standings than the Mets are, and the fact that when you're looking at the starting pitchers for this game, the numbers are basically identical or maybe very slightly favor, well, the Mets on WHIP and the Phillies when it comes to ERA. So this is one of those games where if you are a pure numbers person, getting the Mets at minus 102 when they should win this game 51.8% of the time, according to ESPN Analytics, says that you take New York on the money line. You don't hammer it, but you take it. For me, this is one of those games where I go probably the exact opposite way. I say minus 116 on one of the best teams in baseball, the Philadelphia Phillies, 28-13 on the season. Decent pitching matchup where neither side really has a true advantage. I'm probably looking Philly in this game. But for you, it comes down to what do you trust, the eye test or the numbers? If you're going straight numbers, you got to trust the numbers all the time. Otherwise, it's not really going to work. So for me, I like to take the numbers with a shake or a salt. So I'm looking at the Phillies here and I'm going minus 116. That's great value to me. Exact same money line as the Rays take on the Red Sox in Boston, with Boston a favorite at home. Different from the Philadelphia-New York matchup where it's the road team that was a slight favorite. But here, ESPN Analytics says it's the favorite that has all of the value. They give Boston a 60.4% chance to pick up a win in this game. And I would have to say that would suggest some really good value. This is one of the situations where I trust the numbers on that. The Red Sox and Rays both hovering right around the 500 mark for the season. So when you're looking at a pitching matchup too, that's one where statistically this year, Cutter Crawford has been much better than Zach Eflin, at the very least when it comes to how many runs they're giving up. Their whip basically identical, but it's those big plays. The home run ball has been the big issue for Eflin this season. 7 dingers allowed in 48 innings of work. Crawford only 2 in 46 and a third innings. Strikeout numbers also much higher for Cutter Crawford if you're looking towards the prop bet side of things. But again, at 60.4% chance to win for Boston when you're looking at the ESPN Analytics computer simulations, that is huge value if you can get Boston at minus 116 to win this game. If you didn't just see all 6 breakdowns because you're watching this on social media, make sure you start your free 7-day trial at dgpicks.com or patreon.com/Drew Goldfarb and check it out, because we talked about a half dozen games, all of which had plus EV on their respective money lines. We talked Phillies Mets, we talked Rays Red Sox, Cubs Braves, Pirates Brewers, Cardinals, Angels, and Dodgers, Giants. There was plus EV on every single one of those money lines when you're talking about the computer simulations. So go to dgpicks.com or patreon.com/Drew Goldfarb and begin your free 7-day trial today to see all of those breakdowns. Let me know in the comments below who you are betting on today's Major League Baseball games, and let me know what teams you want me to highlight in the future. I'll see you next time.